Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Mzansi Oz Diary, Justice Unmuted. So I'm continuing today with the analysis of such as Senona's testimony at Madlanga Commission of Inquiry. Before I do that, I just want us to recap. Remember that witness X alleged that Setsa Senona and Matlala were exchanging confidential information about the President Cyril Ramaphosa and Senzo Mchunu, especially Senzo Mchunu and his wife, the foundation, in the WhatsApp exchange. So we're going to go through that video. So just to recap, and then they will start questioning him about these allegations because witness has produced evidence, okay, evidence of that and the documents themselves, the nature of those documents. Now explain what those documents mean, and subsequently some research completed about the documents themselves. A little bit, give us some insight about perhaps there's some linkage between Vusimuzi Matlala and Cyril Ramaphosa Senzo Mchunu. That's why I said in the last video, Cyril will never dismiss Senzo Mchunu because they are tied together in this shenanigan. Okay, so far we don't know what are the shenanigan, but it's starting to emerge. The pattern starting to emerge. Anyway, let me recap. Let's have a look at that video first just to get you guys familiarized with the testimony of witness X. That testimony was read out by evidence leader. So let's listen to her.
On 13 April 2025, Mr. Matlala forwards 3 documents to Major General Senona. 1. The results of a LexisNexis Windeed search on the Senzo and Thembeka Mchunu Foundation. 2. A document titled Memo Biz Traces 2 April 2020, containing information relating to what appears to be multiple identity numbers for President Ramaphosa. The strictly confidential, in inverted commas, memo includes recommendations for the destruction of company records at, and I quote, Cipro, SARS, and Quartz of, quote, computer mainframe files encapsulating the above-mentioned sensitive information, close quote, and to, quote, close the bank account linked to the identity documents which are in question, except the common identity number, and then the identity number followed, but it's been redacted. Biz Traces is a company registered to Mr. Rafadi, a person with whom Mr. Matlala also has a relationship. The provenance of this document and the significance of this transmission of information to Mr. Matlala is unclear at this stage.
Cyril Ramaphosa, the President of South Africa, has 3 identification numbers. Normally, a person has 1. You get 1 when you are born, when your birth is registered at Home Affairs. It's yours forever until you die. It's your number. In fact, you don't even lose it when you die. It's yours. So, in this documents, 3 identification numbers. 3. Cyril has 3. And we since learned that one of them, they linked to a Phala Phala Farm. So it means they are true legitimate mate identification number for a purpose. And so far we don't know what it is. What was the purpose of the other 2? The other one is the main one. The other 2 are the fake ones that were made and to register a like a company. And because you can go to the business is like your ASIC where you check who actually is the director of the company, details of the company. In South Africa, it's like your ASIC. So they're all linked to him. Those confidential documents that were shared at Madlanga Commission of Inquiry that Matlala and such as Senona talked about. And such as Senona was going to go to the main screen file and delete them. We've heard about this deleting around the KZN. There was another person who's linked to these cartels who actually alleged that he didn't have like any criminal record. It turns out someone else had went and tried and deleted the records, but could not delete the main file, the master file. So we're still going to have a look and see. Further investigation will bring about some really clarity about what is the purpose of this, why they actually wanted these uh, company records be deleted. Is this part of this money laundering? Because the Phala Phala saga that we're still waiting for judgment about was the money, cash, US dollar found in Cyril Ramaphosa's farm, stashed in a couch. Range, the number range about 580,000 US dollar. It was in US dollar. That also raised eyebrows. US dollar cash. In South Africa, we use rands, not dollar, not US dollar, not a currency used. And that amount of cash is a million of rands, that one. So it would not be in line with the prevention of money laundering. So that's why we're still waiting for this judgment. Because to say that Cyril should not face any criminal charges for that, that was a joke. Because if anyone was found with that kind of money, be stashed in a couch, oh, they'll be rotting in jail for many years in South Africa. They'll be sharing a cell with Matlala. Oh no, that's a big no. That kind of money, stashed in your couch, 580,000 US dollars. So we're still waiting for that judgment because the case was sent to constitutional court when the public protector who elected by the very same person Ramaphosa said Ramaphosa did not make it's not liable for any criminal charges, no recommended no criminal charges, right? So hence they take the case to the constitutional court because of things that I've just highlighted. The money was in US dollar first. The transaction of any sales of any goods in South Africa is in rands. He alleged that the money was due to the sales of his buffalo. Okay, buffalo is very expensive. All right, one buffalo bull can be about 5-6 million rands, nearly close to about 900,000 Australian dollars just for one. So it's not a cheap thing. But, people aren't even sure if there was even any buffalo there. That's the thing. The problem is there's doubts about the buffalo existence of any buffalo, if any. All right. So that's because they actually, when the money was stolen, it wasn't investigated by the SAPS. They tried, the security agents that protect Ramaphosa, they tried to do their own investigations. They didn't involve the SAPS, who should have been informed of the theft and investigated it. So they tainted the scene anyway. Uh, and then the public protector appointed by the very same person, Cyril Ramaphosa, said, the president should not, face any criminal charges. Well, it was sent to constitutional court. We're still waiting for the judgment of Phala Phala. Because one of these IDs is linked to the Phala Phala Farm. We don't know which one is legitimate of those IDs because they just vary according to the last two-digit number. Some of them date of birth 1932, okay, some 52, and then when you look at the other two, they vary birth 52, and then actually the month 52. Usually your ID, the first letter of your ID number is your year you were born, and then you got a month and a day of where you were when you were born. And the last digit, it's actually to identify your gender, male or female, at the time of birth. The other numbers are the security numbers that tells the, the Home Affairs something about you and your genealogy. So they're very confidential numbers and under the South African identity documents. So they just vary a little bit with the date and then stuff. And it's like, okay. Anyway, they're a bit dodgy. They are dodgy as, but they're confidential. And we now know that they're linked to real companies, linked to Cyril Ramaphosa, and linked to his physical address where he lives. Okay? So that's what I can say about those numbers. Those are the documents. I'm not going to show them here because they're very private, but they were shown at Madlanga Commission of Inquiry anyway. So, but let's listen to Senona when he was questioned about these documents.
Dealing with, we're dealing with page 38, and we dealt with the first document that was shared with you that we've looked at, which was the Senzo and Thembeka Mchunu Foundation company information. And you said that that was sent to you while you were meeting, but that you didn't look at the document. And that was sent to you at 16:32:07. So there were 3 documents that were sent immediately, all at exactly the same time, simultaneously. The second one is attached here as SEN4, and that's on page 201. Can you turn to that, please? Do you have it? Page 201. 201. 201. 201, yes.
On which file?
It's the same file.
201.
Yes.
Okay, I am at 201.
Okay.
I forget that's 201 or 291.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's
291.
very late in the day. My eyesight, it's 291.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Kumalo. Apologies, General. 291.
Yes, I
You're
see.
there. Okay.
Yes.
So you'll see this is a document that's marked strictly confidential at the top, and it says confidential information concerning the identity of the president. And then it has information relating to President Ramaphosa. You see that?
I see the document, commissioners.
So why did he send this to you?
I also do not know. And if he sent it to me, I didn't open. If he sent it to me, I didn't open it. You know, these documents, when I look at them now, because it's now that I see the contents, I would have reported this to my principal.
So you would have reported this to your principal?
Yes, because it is unusual that a private person can have these documents. So I didn't open them. I didn't know what was inside. But if I knew, commissioners, definitely I would have written an information note to my supervisor, informing him about this, what I've just discovered with a person of so-and-so, Mr. Matlala.
So you're saying that, again, you're saying in the meeting where he sends you simultaneously these documents, he doesn't say anything to you about what he's sending to you. You have no discussion about it.
That's correct.
In the course of the meeting, and you have no discussion about it after the meeting either.
That's correct, commissioners. I didn't read it. If I read it, the communication after that was going to be there about it, but I was going to write an information note to my supervisor in order for action to be taken, what needs to be taken. Investigations.
Sorry, Ms. Hassim. There are actually two things that arise from this, and one is what Ms. Hassim has referred to, which is he did not tell you what this was. The second thing is, did he tell you anything at all with regard to sending these documents? This is actually a question that my colleague, Commissioner Valoy, asked. But I just want clarity on it, and to say we just must be clear what you say about these two things. You've responded to the one that Ms. Hassim is raising. But I want to know, did Mr. Matlala say to you, my brother, I am now sending you something? Did he say that at all, no, as you were sitting there?
No, Commissioner.
So you are sitting there, you are at a meeting, you are discussing whatever it is you are discussing, so he silently just sends you these documents, these three documents, and he's completely mum about them.
Commissioners, he will be the one who will answer why did he send it to me. It is unfortunate I never happened to open and read this.
No, please, I'm not asking you about opening. I'm asking you now about the two of you sitting together, having a discussion at a meeting, and he sends you this. He's silent, completely silent. He does not even say, please have a look, I've just sent you something, or I've sent you something, please have a look when you find time. Nothing like that. He sends them, he's silent about them.
That's correct, Commissioner.
I will say to you that's totally improbable, General.
You see, this one, Commissioner, I would have taken action. This,
I will suggest to you that you say what you are saying, which is that, one, he was completely silent about sending you something, and two, you did not read it. You are saying all those things exactly because you realize that you definitely ought to have done something about this open quote, strictly confidential, close quote document. That's why you are saying, one, he did not say, I'm now sending you a document, and two, you are saying, I never read these attachments. You're saying that because this is staring you in the eye, and you cannot say, I did read this and did nothing about it. That's why you are saying what we are saying. What do you say to that?
Commissioner, I didn't read it, and he never told me he's sending me these documents. I saw the documents came in. I never read it. After our meeting, I get into the car. I went home. I'm saying because I happened to see the actual contents when they commission's attorneys have sent us this thing, but prior to that, I didn't know what are the contents of these messages he sent me, these documents.
Are there many other messages from him that you never read?
Is these three? The other
these
ones,
three, that's very interesting.
It is these three commissioners, and that I can recollect.
That is very interesting.
Yeah, these three commissioners I've never read, and then now I'm advised they were sent to me, but I never read it. If I read it, commissioners, I would have written a report recommending investigation.
At the risk of repeating myself, it is just not the natural thing for people. You're sitting together, someone sneakily sends you a text and is mum about it. That's just, it's odd. I am not discounting, 100% discounting the possibility that some people might do that, but it is not the natural way in which people relate. When a person is sending you something and they are with you, they will say, I am now sending you X document. Please have a look. if, for example, they know it's something short, they could even say that whilst we are sitting together. Or they may say, please have a look when you have time. But one, to be silent about it, and then coincidentally, you also not reading it at all. I will leave it at that. Yes, Ms. Hassan.
Well, let me add another improbability to what is being put to you by the chair. It is that you don't ask him, you're sitting with him. You don't say, what have you just sent me? It's improbable that happened. And it's unbelievable that human conduct, that it's consistent with normal human conduct. You're sitting with a person in a meeting, you tell us you're not discussing anything that comes out of these, which, by the way, in their content are controversial. They are controversial. Why would he tell you about these things? What were you discussing with him? So these are not benign documents. These are documents and their content are controversial. You say, well, he sent them to me. I saw them come in, and I want to correct what you said earlier, General, when you say I'm being advised they were sent. No, your evidence is they came in as I was sitting in the meeting. I saw them and I got into my car and I left, so you received them. The further improbability that I'm adding is that you don't ask him, what have you just sent me? Unless you knew what he has sent you. That's the most reasonable explanation. You didn't ask, he didn't tell you, because you knew what it is that he's sending you.
I didn't know, Commissioner. What is it that you were sending?
Yes, you've said that. Thank you.
So when I said that, such as Senona didn't really help the commission at all. He was evasive, lying, totally lied, that sitting in the meeting and you get sent these documents and you don't ask what those documents are for. So interesting if they've actually done the forensic investigation into whether or not he actually, did he do anything with these documents, such as Senona, especially around deleting a file from the records. That it would be something I'll be checking. If there was any of these records deleted, who deleted them following that meeting. Because he's lying. He's lying. Liar, 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 liar. So there's nothing that he said that was useful. That was truthful. He was so evasive and gave ridiculous explanation. That explanation that you're in the meeting, you plan for this meeting, and you get sent the documents in that meeting and you don't read them. Yeah, no. It wasn't really useful testimony. It was just evasive and lying. Not useful. But anyway, let's listen.
Just to go back to these documents, I'm going to go to the next document and then ask further questions about this. So if the commission just give me a little bit of space to do that. The next document is SCN 5, page 295. And it's an article. This is a media article. 295. Right, it's a news report regarding corruption in the Rustenburg municipality.
I see.
You see that?
Yes.
Okay, and now this document was also sent simultaneously with the other two. So your answer is the same in respect of this as with the other two.
Correct.
So can you explain to the commission why you didn't deal with this in your statement? You now here, in response to the questions, you're saying that you didn't see this, and if you had seen it, you didn't open them. If you had opened them, you would have taken steps. But you don't address any of that. That evidence, that answer, that response is nowhere in your statement. Why did you not address this in your statement?
It is because I didn't read them.
You didn't read it even in preparation for preparation of your statement, your written statement.
This you gave us after we have already submitted our statement.
That's not true.
Okay, I'll prove to you. I think on Sunday, they sent documents to my attorneys. I was sitting there, they were supposed to deliver documents. This past Sunday, already, I think my affidavit was in. If my memory serves me well. Can I, because now even if I request to consult, I don't know if I'll be allowed, because I want to show the commissioner and my attorney something here on this document and also here so that I can get a clarity. But the documents.
General, I've got to intervene because this is disingenuous. What you're saying is this file, that's correct, this exhibit file you received a few days ago, but the contents, this document was provided to you last year.
With Rule 53, Rule 3.
Last year, it was in response to the Rule 3, it was in response to correspondence from your side asking for further information. All of these annexes were provided to you before your statement. That's why you were able to respond to certain other things in your statement.
If commissioners, it is alleged that these things were sent to me last year. These are the documents this document that I'm having now here is the document that was sent to me with Rule 3 last year. This one that I'm having, because I was looking into these things, and then I'm looking for something here that I want to show the commissioners.
We'll prove to you that you received it before your statement.
Commissioners, can I be allowed to also respond? Otherwise, if I'm not allowed to be responding, I feel that I'm not protected.
Please respond, General.
Can I talk to my counsel and show them this? Then I'll bring it to the commissioners. Remind them that this is what I'm talking to. Please.
Don't you want to just articulate the point that you are articulating? Aren't you able to articulate it such that we understand the point you are making, General?
Commissioner.
Yes.
You see, I want to bring it to you so that you can have a look at it.
Okay. Or to us, yeah, fine.
No, I'll bring it. Yes.
No.
I'll bring it, Commissioner. I want you to show them this page.
Everything is redacted.
Can I request commissioners that the very same documents must be shown to my attorneys?
What we have observed is that that appears to have been texts, WhatsApp texts, but everything is redacted. That's what we see. I don't know whether that's what you want us to observe, General.
Further,
Yeah. Let's leave it there. Let me just state what we observed here. Yes, General. What point do you want to make about what you just showed us?
here, I'm able to see at the bottom date 13/04/2025/1631. It correlates with SEN 5, page 39. On top again, it correlates with,
Just before you move, please. SCN 5 is on page 295. So when you say 39, is 39 of which annexure?
my apologies, commissioners. 38, so not SEN 5, but on page 39 is annexure SEN 5, which is on the page that the commissioner has indicated.
So in the text, are you saying we look at page 39?
From 38, commissioner.
33.
From 38.
And then, so you say what you showed us correlates with what's on page 38.
The date. And when this document goes hand in hand with this one.
Yeah.
This is the document that the advocate says I received last year.
So what you say you received was that
Is this
document
the-
where,
yes, Commissioner.
where all the texts are redacted.
Not all of them. Some, the reduction is it's on the cellular phone. It was high. How do I put it? It was highlighted in black, which it prevented one to see the cellular telephone numbers. This is the document that I've received with Rule 3 of the Commission, with the allegations, with the transcripts of 3 pages of General Kumalo from the Commission, then from the instructed my attorneys. Then the documents, these ones that are with these documents on the 200 and something, the ones that we just dealt with, these files were sent electronically. Sunday, I had to sit with my attorneys at his offices, and then we waited, and then the files never arrived because there were correspondences between the attorneys of the commission and my attorney. Up until Monday, these files, we were promised they will come, and they never came. And these documents, this one, I think they sent an electronic one, but certain things couldn't be opened, and they promised us to send hard copies, like I'm having here, of which it didn't happen. But coming back to what I showed the commissioner, this thing, the way it is, commissioners, it leaves a lot to be desired for. When you download the phone, you use a software that is called XRY. You download the phone, it will tell you everything. You will see.
Oh, said Shark. No, 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 no. The witness X's testimony was last year in October. They were all sent, all the implicated people were sent documents, evidence to respond. Before now, the affidavit. So he's now asking himself a different question and answering another question that he was not asked. Trying to tell them about how to download stuff, avoiding to answer the question why he didn't address this question, these documents. These allegations were in October, the 13th of October, and they're serious one. So now he's out there trying to, avoid answering questions, derailing everything. Oh my goodness. Hey. Oh
It will
no.
tell you everything. You will see which
I don't think we need to get into that detail.
I want to explain this, commissioners. If I'm not given the opportunity to explain this, then I think whatever is happening with me, it will be totally unfair.
What's the process of how this information gets extracted from the
I'm
phone?
saying,
What is the relevance of that to whatever point you want to make about what appears to be a redacted document?
I'm saying this document, I suspect it has been fretted with this document.
And you say that for the first time when you are being asked probing questions. You say you received that last year, and your statement, which was due when quite some time back, I think, and which was received. When was your statement received? Do you know? By the commission. Ms. Hasim?
It was an unsigned version was received. An unsigned version was received very late. It was due on the 16th of January. We received it on the 22nd, unsigned,
Yes.
and a signed version on the 23rd of January.
Yes. You accept the correctness of that, Ms. Mafisa?
Chairperson,
Just the detail about receipt,
of
the statement by the commission.
yes, the statement was sent on the 22nd, and then Chairperson, what was the second question?
Maybe let's leave it. It doesn't. Yeah. What I wanted to get at is, you say, General, you received what you just showed us last year, correct? The commission received your statement a few days back, correct?
Correct, Commissioner.
And your statement says nothing about what you are now, for the first time, wanting to tell us, which is that you are basically querying the contents of the texts based on the process in accordance with which texts are extracted from cell phones. So what I'm saying is, you received that last year, and you are saying that only now, when you are being asked probing questions. You have not raised it in your statement, and at no other point have you raised that. Why is that so?
I thought I will raise it to the commission.
Wasn't the earliest point when you prepared your statement? Ought you not to have raised it in your statement? Why is it that you are raising it only now?
This one with these disclosures, when we submitted my statement, it was.
I'm sorry?
This file with the disclosures of these messages that were sent. The disclosures.
What about them?
We got it on Sunday through is it Sunday, when they sent the file via email, the documents via email. And this one, I received it when I arrived here on yesterday.
I'm asking you about the one that you received last year, in which you say is doctored. That's what I'm asking you about. I'm not asking you about what you received recently. Why is it that in your statement you did not say last year I was given a document that purported to be texts? Actually, those purported texts are doctored. Why did you not say it at the latest in your statement?
Maybe it might be an error that I didn't do this, because I thought when I come here, whatever will be receiving, it will be like this. It will be the same like this. Now I see it's not the same. Here it's opening up. it's open up. Here, it has been hidden. That is why I'm raising it now with the commissioners, because now I remember I'm having this document. Then I just took it from my bag, but this is the document that it was sent to me with the Rule 3. If we can go back to those emails of Rule 3 that was sent to me before I instruct my attorney, this document, it will be like this. That is
Thank
why
you.
I'm raising it now.
Thank you, General. Ms. Hassim?
It's
I
such
think
an
it's only-
extraordinary turn of events, because I'm trying to find the ruling. The chair may recall that in November, General Senona was here.
Same as Matlala. You know, Matlala, when he was caught up with that audio recording of him, he said his voice had been changed. He said it could have been an AR. That's not his voice. Another one here suggesting that this something has been changed. Witness X's testimony was in October. So he knew about this, that this was going to come up. And I already told you that these ID numbers are linked to a farm, Phala Phala Farm. One of them linked to Phala Phala Farm. Right? So, yeah, there you are. Lesetja Senona. His testimony is not, the analysis of his testimony, I'm not finished with it because there is another issue around. It's to do with kidnapping. All right, kidnapping of a friend of Vusimuzi cat Matlala, Jeriboshoka, and a man called Nangi. That one, it needs a little bit more time because there's some really serious question about Lesetja Senona, Vusimuzi cat Matlala, the role that he played in this saga, the missing of Jerry. But anyway, that's all I can give it to you guys because the video is so long. So I know that people don't like long videos. I'm sorry for that, but I need to be able to give you the details, the entire thing. When I said to you, this man didn't go to Madlanga Commission to help. He was very evasive. In some cases, lied and be combative, as you have heard. But really a big problem. Someone who has no accountability. I mean, he looked the same as Senzo Mchunu. Senzo Mchunu's testimony also was similar to this. Very combative, very arrogant, and evading questions, asking themselves questions. The people like him and others that are lying, when they ask questions, they don't answer question. They ask themselves a question and then answer that question. Okay. Oh dear. So anyway, thank you guys for listening. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Until next time, see ya.